stay quiet for a little bit. Ming, are you here? You can share the screen, like what you did earlier, and then you can start it that way. We're not gonna say anything. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll do the screen sharing. All right, Ming, I'll do it. Tell me when to start.
Wait a minute now. Okay.
ESL lessons into interactive, hands-on experiences. See how students can drag, drop, and learn through play, making every class more engaging, creative, and effective. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Joy, and I'm so happy you're here with us today. I know December is officially that season where everyone's calendar looks like a tangle of spaghetti. So I thank you for squeezing us in. And yes, Christmas is in the air and the parties are starting, and somehow we're all still trying to teach. I just finished my class. So let's sprinkle a little fun into our classroom today. And those who are new here, Kat will jump a little in a little bit with a quick intro about English Bright. So today's session is teaching that clicks, bringing interactive ESL lessons to life with Koala Go. So if you ever wished your students could click, drag, tap, or basically have way too much fun while learning, then you're in the right place. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So wherever you're watching from, say hi in the comments and don't be shy because we won't quiz you today. All right, so because it is season of giving, we have some amazing gifts for you. So stick around until the end of the live. And now, Kent will introduce English Bright for those of you who are joining just now for the first time. So, Kent, are you here?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for getting on. We really appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, we really appreciate it. And just as a quick introduction into English Bright, we've got over 1,700 resources and over 1,000 lessons. So it ranges anywhere from ages 3 to up to 14 or 15. So all different levels, 6 different levels, and they're all interactive. Web-based lessons, and that's kind of it. I just want to give a quick intro and say hello and thank you again for all the subscribers and affiliates out there too.
Thank you so much, Kent. And now I'm really excited to introduce our guest from Koala Go. He's the CEO and a co founder. And yes, help me welcome Xavier.
Hi everyone. Whoop whoop.
Well,
Trying to match your level of energy, Joy.
that's what happens when you're teaching little kids, it's just, yeah, you got to
Yeah, you
match
need
it
your
up.
props to click,
R-
etc.
right, exactly.
Yeah, feels like I have a lot to learn from you.
Oh, well, yes. Thank you, Xavier, for being here. And really, we appreciate you joining our community.
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Joy and Kent. Um, you can probably hear it from my accent, but I'm originally from France, and I grew up in Paris,
Hmm.
and when I was around 22 years old, I got an internship at Apple in California. So I was super lucky.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
I moved to California, from France to California.
Mm.
It was
Recording in
back
progress.
in the Steve Jobs years.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So at the lunch break, I could see Steve Jobs,
Oh
getting a
yeah.
lunch a few tables. Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty
That's
cool.
cool. Uh-huh.
Anyway, so I stayed in California, and I've been living in California for about 15 years.
Mhm.
While I was at Apple, I met Ben, who's my co-founder, and we started Koala together in 2018.
Oh, wow. That's good. Yeah. And I'm just wondering what is the story behind koala? The name koala, is it your favorite animal?
No, it's not my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite animal. I'm going to give more thoughts to this, Joy.
Okay, okay, okay.
But koala. So I mean, we wanted something that was international, that would be universal for everybody,
Uh-huh.
regardless of where they come from. And it
Mhm,
felt
mhm.
like, and based on our research, koala is almost the same word in every language in the world.
Oh, is it?
Even in Chinese, I think koala is
It's
kala or
still.
something like this. So it sounds
Oh,
very
yeah, yeah,
similar.
yeah.
So it's pretty
Oh.
universal. It's simple.
Mhm.
And I heard once a podcast from entrepreneurs that said that the letter K is very valuable in Scrabbles when you play Scrabble.
Oh.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. It sticks. It's visual. It's child friendly. So I guess
Oh yes, yes,
that's why
definitely.
we
Yeah.
chose that name.
Mm-hmm. You can never forget that name, Koala. So
Yeah.
yes, Xavier, for anyone who's never used it before, Koala Go,
Yeah.
what do you think should they know about it?
Okay. So Koala Go is the best platform for you if you are an online tutor and you teach small groups of students, one on
Mm-hmm.
one, one on two, or one on three.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And your students are between, let's say your students are less than 15 years old.
Okay.
It's and we'll I will give you a demo today to get more into the
Mm-hmm.
details
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
how it looks so that you can
Mm-hmm.
decide for
Mm-hmm.
yourself if
Okay.
you want to. But it is really powerful if you want to engage your students,
Right.
make
I
you know
did
make it
try
a little
it.
bit.
Yeah. I
Yeah, make
tried
something
it. Yeah.
more
Mm-hmm.
gamified. Yeah, and
You're
finally,
right.
it's really good if you use web content on the
Right.
anything on the web, including English Bright ESL curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
works
Mm-hmm.
very well in Koala Go, and I'll show that later.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We're gonna have some questions in our socials in a little bit, but I think when you're ready to show everybody about it, you could do that,
Yeah,
and also you can share it later on about that free pro access and the little um, gift you have for our community. Yeah,
yeah,
you can share that later
absolutely.
on. All right, so
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be sharing my screen. Feel free to do what I'm doing at home, especially if you have
okay.
two displays. You can
Mm-hmm.
replicate what I do, or you can just watch. And
Okay, okay.
I see that this is recorded, so maybe Joy, will you be sharing the recording with all the attendees later?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So,
So
mhm.
anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show from my computer how to get started with Koala. We'll be using
Okay.
the free version of Koala, and yeah, stop me if you have any questions. Please
All
shoot
right.
them in the chat, and Joy can feel free to interrupt me if you see questions come in. Okay,
All right. All right. So Kent will assist us.
sounds good.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Okay.
All right. So Koala is a web app. There's no apps to download on iPhone or Android or
Mm-hmm,
your
mm-hmm.
computer. It runs in the web. So to get started, you're simply going to go to teachwithkoala.com. That's
Okay.
teachwithkoala.com. And then you can click on Open Koala Go right here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that will take you to Koala Go. It's that simple.
All right. That's very
Uh,
good. Yeah. So no need to
so
download. You just go directly to that web,
exactly, exactly.
teachkoalago.com. Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, you can always bookmark. Click on that little star right here, so to bookmark this page.
Okay.
Okay, let me solve this thing to prove that I'm not a robot. Click on things designed to be open and closed. All right, we're gonna do this and this. Yes.
There you go.
So there's two ways to get into Koala Go. You can either type in your email and click on continue, or you can just
Okay.
continue with Google.
All right. I like
I'm
that
gonna go
one.
with Google. It's
Right,
even
right,
faster.
right.
All right, and that's it. That's it. I
Wow,
am
that was
in.
quick. All right.
So super fast, super easy, and it will be even easier for your students. They won't even have to type in their email, etc. Right now, we're just looking at,
Mm.
the teacher perspective. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to
Okay.
create a brand new activity,
All right.
and there we go. All right. So, first thing first, you arrive, you are in Koala Go, you will be in the whiteboard. So this is the whiteboard. You get a brand, a white blank page
Mm-hmm.
to start with. Quick question to see if I have put everybody to sleep or not yet. What button do you guys think I should click to invite my first student?
What button?
Joy and Kent, you're not
I
allowed
would
to help.
say, oh,
No,
okay.
no, no,
I
no,
have
no,
a
no, no,
thought there.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
I would say right. It's that yellow button there.
All right.
Invite
But
student
Shara,
button. Yes.
I
Someone.
see. Thank
Yes.
you. So
Okay.
Shara, one star for you, Shara or Shira. Indeed, that is exactly right. You should simply click the invite student button in the top left. So I'm going to do that and let's see what happens. When you do this, you get this pop-up that says share this link with your students.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important. It tells you your student, what is your student invite link? And that's it. So that is my student invite link. Yours will be different. Basically, the last 6 characters at the end will be different. The rest will be the
Mm-hmm.
same, classroom.teachwithpaul.com, room equals something. If your students are in China, please check this box here. And the link will be slightly different. The only difference is that here it will say CN instead
Okay.
of classroom. Okay. That, so use this link if your students are in China. It's more optimized. Latency will be lower. It will be just a better experience for your students. If you have one student in China, one student outside of China, use this link for your students in China and this link for your student outside of China.
All right.
And so this link never changes. So for instance, this is my link. I use it for all of my students and nobody else has the same link. Okay, so that way it keeps things easy. Yeah, there's just one link. I can copy it by just clicking here and I'll show you what happens. So you're going to send this link to your student and your student, they're just going to click on it and open it on their iPad, on their Android phone, on their Android tablets, on their PC, Mac, etc. We support basically every device. And we are going to see that, let's say we have a student whose name is Dylan.
Okay.
So once Dylan clicks on this link, they will be asked, you tell the teacher your name. They just type in their name and they click to join. And as soon as they join, they request to join, you're going to get this notification in the bottom right. Dylan would like to join. And then whenever you're ready for them, you can just accept. And yeah, I'm muting myself. Okay. So yeah, so you see, it was pretty easy. You now have a teacher Xavier here, and you have student Dylan here. In this case, it's the same person. I know it could be a little confusing, but just imagine that Dylan looks different. and that's it. And then you can, as the teacher, you can make the video bigger
Oh.
or smaller this way, or you can just go full screen if you just want the camera, right?
Mm,
But so
nice.
you're and here you have a little whiteboard, and we're going to talk more about this, but you have a whiteboard that you and Dylan can write on. So that's pretty
Mhm.
intuitive. I'm sure you're familiar with these types of interactive
Mhm, mhm,
whiteboard.
mhm.
Um, and yeah, any questions so far?
Let's see. Any questions? Do we have any questions from our socials maybe?
Anyway, if there are any questions, again, feel free to interrupt.
All right.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking. So yes.
sounds good, sounds good. So at a high level, Koala has three main building blocks.
Mhm.
The first one is the whiteboard. And I'll show you briefly what the whiteboard can do, some of these features.
Okay.
The second building block is the co-browser, which is very popular for ESL instructors in general. And you will quickly see why if you don't know what a co-browser is. And the last building block is the playground. So today during this demo, I'm going to try to cover all three. And yeah, and that answers your question. Ayu is asking, what can the students do on Koala? So yeah, so
Right.
actually
So,
that's a good
mhm.
question to start. So you see the user interface right now at the bottom, right? You see I can
Mhm.
draw, I can move things around, I can create sticky notes. And my student Dylan can pretty much do the same things.
Mm.
However, you have control over. You're able to disable, Dylan's interactions. Let's say that Dylan is going crazy and is drawing
Mm,
everywhere
okay.
on the whiteboard like this.
Right, right, right.
You can always go here, hover on Dylan's video, and click on Disable Student Interaction,
All right. That's very
and then
important.
yeah, that's very important. And this is the type of feature that we didn't have at the beginning when we launched Koala in 2018,
Uh-huh.
and teachers quickly begged us to add it, so we added it. So,
Yeah.
and it will disable those features for Dylan. It will be grayed out. And you can also
Mm.
click on undo to remove this.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question, Ayu. Thank you for your question.
If I get questions, should I ask them or do you want to wait for a certain
Yeah,
time?
yeah. Please interrupt me.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
I'm
right,
sure they will
right,
be
right.
valuable
I got
to everyone.
one.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, is it possible for multiple students to join?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think Koala is really good if you have up to 3, 4 students. Beyond that, I mean, it's always hard, I think, to teach more than 3 or 4 students
Mm-hmm.
online, but yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
Cool.
is the layout going to be like that too? Like what we're seeing right now, if there's
Yeah,
like three?
yeah, yeah, exactly. New students' videos will show up here in the bottom left under Dylan's video,
Mm.
and you can scroll through everyone, and you
Okay.
can always yeah, but you can always like click on a camera on a video, and it will show up here,
Oh.
right? So if you want to be all
Okay.
goofy and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. The little ones really like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very good. Yeah.
cool. Um, and delete. Just press delete on your keyboard to remove this. I'm going to group
Mm.
select
Okay.
and delete it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about whiteboard. So I showed you those icons here. I showed you the undo. You can just drag and drop images, just drag and drop images into the whiteboard and then they will show up here. So here, I added an image with a transparent background. You can move it
Mm-hmm.
around. You can resize it. You can move it to the front,
Okay.
right click, bring to front, send to back. You can do all those things.
So
You, you
did you just paste this or how did you
Oh,
put the
sorry. I
picture?
just no, I just dragged and dropped it from my computer.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very, very easy to add images.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, we added a chat here. So if you just open this way, you have a chat system here, which is pretty convenient if, let's say, you're talking to families. Let's say your student is in Korea and Dylan, my student, is Korean and he's spending the weekend with his grandparents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then in that case, maybe the grandparents don't speak English at all. So what
Mm-hmm.
you can do is you can click on turn on translation and say, hello, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
And click on send, right? And this will be automatically translated to the language of the browser of your student. So
Oh.
if the browser is in Korean, immediately underneath here, it will be
Yeah.
translated to Korean. So if I type, for instance, bonjour here in French,
Mm-hmm.
immediately it's translated to
Oh.
hello because
Wow.
my browser is set to language is set to English.
That's really cool.
I apologize if you're hearing my daughter cry in the background.
We don't hear
I
anything
don't,
at all.
you don't hear, okay. She's four
No, no,
months
no.
old and she does not want to go nap right now.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the chat. ESL teachers like this a lot. I talked about those two videos. You have a recording option here. You can record your classes and it will be saved
Oh,
locally on your computer.
nice. Mm-hmm.
You have a way to share your screen here. So just click on share
Mm.
screen. You can share a tab, window, entire screen.
Okay.
Here you have the settings. So you can click on devices and then select the camera that you want to show, the
Mm.
different microphones. Even have, as you can see, you have a virtual background here. So you can
Right.
always, select a different background here and it will show up here. You have a few default virtual backgrounds here, or you can just blur
Okay.
the background. Cool. And then, so I'm
Nice.
going here, give rewards to your students. So just click on reward and there's a few animation that we built in,
Oh,
to make your
that's
classes more fun.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fun. And then
That's
the
really.
star system, very similar.
Oh,
So now right now I'm giving
yeah.
stars to Dylan, but your students will be like, okay, great. I now have 999 stars, but what do I do with those stars? And the truth is nothing. And that's why we built the gem system.
Okay.
And I'll talk, if I have time, I will talk more about what gems are, but you can see that you will be able to give gems to your students, and I will show
Okay.
later what they can do with their
Oh,
gems.
wow.
Yeah. And so
That's
the gems are very
nice.
successful and students will value gems a lot. So which gives you more power, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
will be able to get them more focused.
Right, right, right.
And
Motivate them to listen.
yeah, and you have a die as well. You can roll a die. And so for instance, you can drag and drop, an image of a board game, and then you can roll this and move little paws on the board game. So, whiteboard is pretty powerful. It's supposed to be pretty intuitive. I see that there are a couple messages in the chat. What sets Koala Go apart from other ESL teaching platforms? Is it free or is there a paid subscription? If so, how much does it cost? Okay. Yep. I will talk about the pricing maybe towards the end. What sets Koala Go
Okay.
apart from ESL teaching platforms? Okay, so I think one thing that we have and that others don't have is you have 24/7 live support by real people. All you need to do is click here on the bottom right, and you have access to my team every time. We take like about 11 holidays during the year, so there's going to be 11 days where you won't have access to my team, but for the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the year, you always have somebody else here, right? So you can always type, "Hi, I need help," in the chat, and then somebody from my team should get back to you within a minute. I
We got
didn't
a
tell them
question.
that. Yep, go ahead, Kent.
Oh, no, I was going to say we got another question. I'll let you finish first, but okay. So another question from Shirel: are we able to turn off the student's desktop control? Which I think you answered already. Yes, you can, right?
Sorry, can you ask the
The
question again?
I'm sorry, the question is, hi, are you able to turn off the student's desktop control?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just click here, disable student interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, and going back to the chat, so you see Danny was able to respond really quickly. So really just
Right.
take advantage of this. You know, like you can even, like, if you want, you can even go to click on invite students, copy your student invite link, paste it here, and say, hey, please join me. Please join me in my classroom, and then somebody from my team can join in and help you out if that's required.
Okay. That's cool.
And
Thanks,
I will
Teacher
show
Bella.
other and I will show other features that are unique to Koala later. The playground is absolutely unique. The co-browser, I believe some other platforms now have a co-browser that are similar to ours, so that is not unique. It is very powerful, but it is not unique. Right, I'll go in the chat. Oh yeah, and yeah, I'll talk about the subscription later. All right, so we're pretty much done with whiteboard. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So you guys are now whiteboard experts. I'm going to put a little check mark here. Actually, one thing I would like to do real quick before I move on to the co-browser is that we have a concept of activity in Koala Go. Right now, the name of my activity, as you can see here, is demo December 31st, December 3rd, sorry. It's not thirst. I don't know why I wrote this down. So I'm gonna change the name. That's a good exercise. So I'm going to click here and demo December 1st. So this is the activity that's currently open, and I'm going to rename it 3rd, like this. So the activity is what contains all your content. So if I draw a line here, that line is automatically saved into the activity. You don't need to do anything. And this activity has one slide right now, and you can add a slide like this. So now I have 2 slides,
Oh,
3
okay.
slides. All those slides are saved automatically. And you can see all your slides like this, 1, 2, 3. So what the teachers who use Koala, what they usually do is, instead of naming this activity demo December 3rd, they will name it, Dylan ESL 101, for instance. So that way, when Dylan comes back next week, you click on your activities, you find the Dylan activity, you click on it, and it will load.
Oh. So everything that you wrote or shared, like pictures and stuff, it's going to be saved.
It's saved. It's saved in the cloud. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. If there's no other question, I'm going to move to the co-browser, which I think is going to be, for most of you guys, the most valuable feature of Koala.
Yes.
To open the co-browser, you're going to go and click on this icon right here. This that looks like a globe, like the NASA logo, co-browser.
Right.
All right. So let's click and see what happens. So the co-browser is a browser that you and your student can interact with at the same time. Okay, so any content on the web becomes truly interactive.
Okay.
So, for instance, right now I'm using wordwall.net, or free resources, and you can see that I can drag and drop with this, on this web game. But my students, and I'm also like, using to find maybe for octopus, right? So see that Dylan is also able to drag and drop, and you can do so at the same time. You don't need to give remote control. How on Zoom it's a little bit awkward, like you need to give remote control, and then you're fighting over the same cursor.
Yes.
That's not the case.
Right.
So that's not the case over the co-browser.
Oh.
You both have individual cursors. Your student can even use an iPad and drag and drop using their finger, or any tablet with a touch screen. The sound is shared. So it's just much more, it's the best way to consume web content together with your students. And this includes, obviously, the English Bright ESL curriculum, which I believe is on Genially, right, Joy?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you use the English Bright curriculum, I highly recommend you to um, go in a co-browser. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. And maybe Joy, I mean, you guys are probably already familiar with how to log in and get your content, etc. But you can just log into your account here and get access to your Genially content directly from here.
All right, we have a question here from Teacher Princess. How do students drag and drop by themselves?
How do students drag and drop by themselves?
Yeah, do you have something to turn on or?
No, so by default, it should be turned on, but you can turn it
Mm.
off. You can disable it
Mm.
in the same way that we did in the whiteboard, you remember? You can bring your cursor over Dylan's video, and here you can say disable co-browser control.
All right, so once you open the co-browser, your student will have that automatic control.
Yes, but we remember the setting, right? So if so by default, today is Dylan's first class, they will join, but let's say you disable it and then you end the class. Next week when
Mm-hmm.
Dylan comes back, it should still be disabled if I'm not mistaken, but you
Okay.
can enable it.
All right.
How do students drag and drop by themselves? You remove my student right now. Okay. I'm gonna remove students. There we go. So I'm currently in France. I'm currently in Paris, in France.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's not optimized because here for my students I have the server set to North America.
Oh.
So here I recommend that you choose in North America, Europe, or Asia, whichever is the closest to your students. So for my student in Europe, I would choose
Mm-hmm.
in Paris, France, I would choose Europe. All right, I'm looking at the questions. Can we use the pencil to click the tools? Yes. So are you talking about the pencil tool of Genially? Is that what you're talking about? So yes, if that's what you're talking about in Genially, yes, there is a tool
Or
pencil
maybe
on
the pen.
iPad. Oh, pencil on iPad. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You can use the pencil on iPad. Yes. And then so what I wanted to say is that you can also use an annotation tool that we have on the co-browser, which means that you can, you have access to the same tools as whiteboard, the cursor, drawing,
Mm.
sticky notes, etc. So you can always, say, hey, look at this part here, and I'm using the vanishing pen. So you draw something and it
Mm.
disappears after a second. Or you can just use the regular pen. Say, look at this part. And you can erase it like this
Mm-hmm.
and collapse this if you want. So anyway, yeah, so the co-browser is very powerful if you use anything in the web, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yeah.
that
We
goes for
get that
English Bright
question.
ESL.
Yeah, we get that question a lot. Like, cause they want their students to be able to drag and click and tap. And so, yeah,
Yeah,
this is the answer to their question.
yep,
Koala Go. Yes.
that's right. That's right. We actually built this feature for ESL instructors right
Mm-hmm.
after, the VIP Kid,
Right.
how do you call it, events,
Mm-hmm.
um,
That was in
the VIP Kid
2021, I
downfall.
believe. Uh-huh.
Yeah, something like that, something like that. So we
Uh-huh.
immediately had a lot of ESL teachers say, "Hey, we need a platform. My students are using an iPad. Zoom does not allow me to make it interactive. It does not
Mm-hmm.
allow them to drag and drop." And that's when we introduced the co-browser to the world of ESL, and then it's the most successful feature for ESL instructors.
Right. Yeah. So it's really good. Like you said, you created this for young children, and yeah, my students are all from 3 to 12 years old. So they're
Yeah,
really, yeah, and I like that there is the, what do you call that? Disable feature, because that's important.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially with young kids.
Very young kids, like what you said, they get
Yeah,
crazy and scribble and do all these
right.
things, but you can just turn
Yeah,
it off, so that's perfect.
Got a question
yeah.
from Marie. She says, does the link we give to our students change each time?
No,
How does that work?
always the same. It's always the same.
Always the same. Okay. All right. It's an easy one.
So each time you click the invite student, it's going to be the same exact thing.
Exactly.
Ah, so the student can just save this, right? And
Yep,
then if they join the next day, it's the same exact thing. Okay.
exactly. You can even
Mm-hmm.
create a, Google Calendar event and then
Mm-hmm.
paste this link. There's always a field says, how to join this event. You just paste this link in your event.
Perfect.
Cool. Kent, any other question on your end?
I don't see one right now,
Okay,
but I'm
perfect.
sure.
All right. So you are now experts of the co-browser as well. So you know 2/3 of Koala already, and now we're gonna tackle the last third. So, going back to that question, what makes Koala different from other platforms? I think Playground is probably the other feature besides the live 24/7 support. Playground is where Koala is absolutely unique to any other teaching platform in the world. We built Playground because we wanted to help you teachers create a more engaging environment for your students, almost a gamified environment.
Mm-hmm.
I think the statistics in the US are that is it 80% of 8-year-olds play
Mm-hmm.
Roblox,
Yeah.
right? So it's just, this type of video game where you are a little character, a little avatar, and you move in a 3D world and you can build blocks and stuff is extremely popular. And if your students have learning differences, if they have ADHD, dyslexia, or just any kind of anxiety associated with school in general, it's just really hard for parents to drag their kids in front of their computer. Okay, now is the time for your class.
Right, right, right.
So we wanted to give you. Um, so in our initial focus when we launched Koala was on kids with learning differences and this type of profile that I just described. So and this is where Playground comes from. This is my
Mm.
favorite part of Koala, personally. But I'm a big I play video games. I've always played video games, and you'll see why when you see Playground. But you don't have to use it, right? This
Okay.
is a tool. This is optional. This is one of the three building blocks. But a lot of teachers only use it 5 minutes or don't use Playground.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
it can be a little scary if you're not too familiar with this type of environment. But let's open it and you'll understand more about what I'm
All
saying.
right. Here
So
we
I'm going to
go.
click on that little squirrel icon here, open Playground, and there we go. So here is what happens when I click on Open Playground. You have a little avatar that falls from the sky under a little parachute like this.
Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah.
And so you have a little avatar, and then if I click anywhere, my avatar looks towards the cursor. Sorry, if I put my cursor anywhere, my avatar looks towards that cursor, and if I click anywhere, my avatar goes there.
Mm.
Okay. Um, so right now we're in the top-down view. So you can picture just kind of like a drone looking down at me, and you can, if you're using a mouse like me, you can just use the scrolling wheel like this to zoom out or zoom back in. And you can, if you hold the right click of your mouse, you can change the angle of
Mm-hmm.
that drone camera. Okay.
Right.
So this is a 3D world where everything is customizable. You can move around,
Mm-hmm.
you can discover, you can even press the space bar to jump.
Oh.
If you prefer, and your students will probably prefer this option, you can go to first person view, which means that the camera, instead of being a drone camera looking
Mm-hmm.
down on you, it's picture this little GoPro that you wear on your forehead. So right now I'm just seeing the world kind of through the eyes of my
Okay.
avatar. And
Right.
if I
Okay.
and if I use the right click of my mouse to just look down, I'm gonna see my shoes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay. And then to move around now, you don't click, but you use the top left, top down, left, right arrows of your keyboard, just like
Mm.
in a video game. And this is where it's exactly the same interface as Minecraft or Roblox and all those 3D games, Fortnite, etc. So
Mm-hmm,
your
mm-hmm.
students will be super familiar with this. Your students will be very excited because no other teaching platform looks like this. Um, and they will be pretty excited about their next class with you if you manage to use Playground.
Right. I can just imagine. So it's blackboards too.
Yep, yep. So I'm going to check if is there any question, and I would love to hear, whether you're watching us on Zoom or on socials. I would love to hear your first impressions on this, and really honest, right? Like, is it scary? Is it daunting? Does it feel like it's distracting? Does it feel like too much? It does not belong in a learning platform. This is more like looks like a video game. Um, I love to hear constructive criticism. So don't worry, you can shoot.
Yeah, I have a
Um,
question. Like,
yeah,
change can feel really scary for a lot of people, right? Because, I've seen, well, I was in that position too. Like when I use, the Skype a long time ago.
yeah,
And, when you switch to something completely new, you're hesitant to, even give it a try because you're just scared because change is
yeah,
very scary. Yeah. So what do
yeah.
you think, what are your tips that you can give to teachers who are making the jump from, the traditional platform to something really nice and creative like Koala Go?
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is an excellent question. Um, I mean, in terms of the benefits, if you're happy with your current platform, if you feel like it's making your students successful, they're learning, they're excited to go to class, I don't think you should change platform. I think you should keep using what you're using. However, if um, you want some novelty to get the kids excited, or you want just like something to differentiate yourself from all the other Zoom teachers out there, I think Koala is a fantastic tool. Um, I agree, change is tough, and you need to learn a new platform. But we have lots of resources. This demo is a demo that should help you at least start understanding what Koala is about. But we
Mm-hmm.
also have a beginner training every Tuesday. So actually, let me get you that link. If you guys want to go to that beginner training, I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat, and I guess Kent, maybe you can copy this and share it with the community on social.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
and again, use the 24/7 support here,
Right.
to
Yeah.
ask
So,
for ask
mm-hmm.
ask questions, and we're here for you.
I did have a question from Kathy, and she asks, this is from TikTok, asks, can we put our lessons on this game? I'm not quite sure. Maybe she
Y-
means,
Oh,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah,
In this
yeah.
playground.
So
I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure. I can
right,
ask her more about that, but I think she's,
no, no. So I think I got what you were asking. Yeah. So in Playground, you can add images. Um, so all you need to do is click on Add Blocks, Objects, Images, Entities, and then click on Image Library. And then you can just select images from your computer or drag files there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so let's say I want to add this image, for instance. just going to click and put it here.
And that she did say, yes, that's what I mean. So,
okay, perfect. So yeah, so this, you can add images from your computer, you can add slides, and you can customize the playground. And it works the same way as what I was saying in the activity, in the whiteboard. Everything you do in playground automatically gets saved into this activity, into the demo December 3rd activity in my situation. And that works for everything you do in playground, right? So if I draw on the floor, or if I build a wooden house, let's build a wooden house just for fun. If I hold shift, I'm able to create a whole series of blocks. Oops, I created too many. So I'm going to use the shovel here to delete those blocks. Okay, back to blocks. Tech. I'm going to home and decor here. I'm going to create, let's say, what do we want? A reaction prop. Put a white door here. So here you see you can actually use your gems to buy little items. Okay, so this is what gems are for. All right, let's try to position this well. Oop, there we go. I now have a little door. So now, if I look at this and I click on it, the door opens. So think of all the fun stuff that you can create here, right?
Wow. Yeah. Really
It's
nice.
just the sky is the limit in terms of what you can do. Now, I know some of you guys, most of you, do not want to spend hours creating crazy 3D world. Turn your slides into a 3D world, an interactive class. Even though I'm sure you think that there is value, educational value, and to engage your students that way. So that's why we actually have a marketplace. So you can always click on your activity in the top right and click Go to Marketplace.
Okay.
And here you'll find a marketplace. There are thousands of Koala teachers. Some of them love to create content. Okay, so you can look for ESL stuff here. Just type ESL, and we're looking for playground content. So you see there's a filter here, so you can just click on playground. And ESL, yes, we want to look for ESL, so show all results. And there you go. So you have lots of content. Some are free, some is free, some is not. If you want, you can even filter by price here. So I'm going to look for free ESL playground content here. And it looks like we have a little bug because I'm getting some results of paid stuff, so we need to fix this. So you'll be able to browse the marketplace, and then whenever you find something that you like, you can just click on open. You'll pay $5.50. I think 90% of it goes to the creator, and Koala takes 10%.
Okay.
And then you'll find crazy, amazing creations. For instance, here you can see, and it's by teacher Allison, and then she created amazing content.
Someone tried to take the animals. I am a pet. I live in a cage.
So yeah, I'm not going to play the whole video, but you see what's possible, right? Like here, teacher Allison created a whole adventure So this is just your kid. It's going to blow your kids' minds when they see
Oh.
what's possible. And this is how the best way to learn a language is through immersion, of course, and go to the country where they speak that language. For me, this is the next best thing. Like you play games in 3D, you have little puzzles, etc. in games. So check out the marketplace. That way, yes, you'll spend $550 extra dollars, but you're going to save hours and hours in a content creation.
This
Mm-hmm.
may line up with this. I'm not quite sure, but this is from Jane.
Yep.
Which tools help shy kids participate more? I'm not-
Um, shy kids. I think you have to. I mean, every kid is different, right? And you're the expert. You're the teacher. I'm just the guy who builds the tools to help you. But I would test the different things, right? I would test the different tools. If you use Koala, I would test Playground. I would test maybe Genially. I know the English Bright curriculum is just really interactive and fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To I'm not gonna lie. I think the class is going to be 90% about your style, your teaching style, and
Mm-hmm.
10% about the platform. We just try to do our part with
Right.
the 10%, but it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly going to be engaging. So I guess maybe Joy, you're better to answer this type of
Well,
questions.
I think, as I'm watching, you show us, what I would do is I would use the web browser, do the lesson there, and the shy
The co-browser.
student, the co-browser, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like tell the shy student to, okay, if you participate, use your words and speak, we will go to the playground, and the playground will be like my reward towards the end of the class.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them a little tease, like, so, because like the
Totally.
flying and all these things. So they're gonna be thinking, okay, I'm gonna, because I do have a shy student that would not speak. So you gotta, like,
Yeah.
like, just try to kind of lure them a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
But here's the playground. It's waiting for you, but you gotta use your words. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shy students, I think, I mean, I don't know about shy students, but like kids on the spectrum, for instance, that have issues with turning on their camera, etc. They really like many of them really
Mm-hmm.
like a playground because they have an avatar, kind of like that avatar layer, and they
Right.
can
Right.
turn off their camera if you're okay with that, and just have you know avatar playing around, and
Right.
that may unlock their shyness and just allow
Mm-hmm.
them to engage with the class.
That's true. The avatar. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to close Playground here by clicking on this X at the top, and we're going to put a little check mark next to Playground. It's very satisfying to add check marks. And that's pretty much it. This is Koala, whiteboard, co-browser, Playground. You use the tools that are successful, that you need for your classes.
Mm-hmm.
If you want zero prep, if you already have the English Bright ESL curriculum, you're very happy with it, this is perfect. Just use the co-browser. You can open the curriculum there. There was a question about pricing, so I'm going to talk about this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But before
Mm-hmm.
that, let me share with you the little gift we have for you guys. Because you
Right.
attended this training, you can actually request a free month of Koala Pro, the Pro plan. So I'm going to share the link in the Zoom chat. All you need to do is click on this link and put your name and email address here. And you're going to get access to a month where you get all the pro features. So Kent, I'll let you
Perfect.
share that link if you don't mind. And now I'm just going to talk, while you guys do this, I'm going to talk real quick about the general pricing,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which is, we have a free plan, which is going to allow you up to 4 students per session. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
have some limitations. For instance, you're not going to have unlimited co-browser just because the co-browser costs us a lot of money. So we can't afford to give it in the free plan without limitation. But in
Mm-hmm.
the pro plan, so if you click on the link that I just sent and put your name, you're going to get the pro plan, which gives you unlimited co-browser, unlimited activities, the ability, you're going to get 300 gems per month. So gems,
Okay.
you can give them to your students, and then they can
So
buy a lot of cool
you can
stuff.
use the gems like like the stars, right? Like your reward system. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And you saw in playground, I use my gems to purchase that door. But
Mm-hmm.
your kids can buy, lots of other stuff, including little pet dragons, etc. In playground. Yeah, I know I've been talking a lot and I've been covering a lot of stuff. I don't want to overwhelm everybody. Let me
No, thank
check
you. Thank you
the
so
chat real
much.
quick.
S-
I got a question here. It says, what devices work best with
Oh yeah, great
Koala
question.
Go to a laptop,
So
tablet, etc.?
yeah. So laptop, if you're on a PC, use Google Chrome. If you're on a Mac, use Google Chrome. Um, no, wait, I'm confused now. Do we recommend Safari or Google Chrome on Mac? No, we recommend Google Chrome. Yeah, iPads work very well. Oh yeah, on iPad we recommend Safari. On Android,
Mm,
Google Chrome. Yeah, so and Chromebooks, Google Chrome as well.
Okay.
I don't recommend smartphones because I think the screen is too small,
mm.
right? Like if you want
Oh,
video and you want to be able to draw and
right,
look
right,
at
right.
content, etc. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the five devices that I recommend: PC, Mac, iPad, Android tablets, and Chromebooks.
All right. Yeah. I thought I saw that you have another like feature that you offered to independent teachers. Um,
Uh, yes, you tell me more. Which feature is that?
the invoice.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so we allow you to you can use Koala for invoicing if you want. Um, okay, so and it's fully optional, right? Like
Mm-hmm,
if you
mm-hmm.
already have an invoicing solution that you're happy with, if you're in a country where Stripe is supported, it's probably the most cost-effective way to keep using that. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say you live in a country where Stripe is not supported. I think the Philippines, maybe Stripe is Stripe supported in the Philippines or no, Joy? Do you know?
I don't think so,
Not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, you can use our invoicing system. Our invoicing system allow you to invoice any student wherever they are in the world. You just click on those three lines here and then send an invoice. And you just put, your the address, the email address of the parent.
Mm-hmm.
You put the country where they live, and then you're just gonna put, June classes,
Mm-hmm.
$100, and next.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way we do this is that we send an invoice, a professional invoice, to the parents, and
Okay.
then we get paid by the parents, and then after we receive the money, we take our fee, and then we send you the rest. Our fee is
Mm.
3.5%. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, and here you can decide whether you want the parents to cover the fee or you want to cover the fee.
Okay.
So if
That's
you uncheck
nice.
this box, I want the fees added to the invoice, your clients will pay 100, you will receive 92 here because we
Mm-hmm.
have to pay the Stripe fee, and
Right.
then we take a 3.5% Koala fee, and then we will
Mm-hmm.
pay you using Wise or PayPal, depending on your preference.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
So, but
very, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, sorry, yeah, I was gonna say, if you live in a country where Stripe is not supported, this can be super valuable. If you live in a
Mm-hmm.
country where Stripe is supported, you should not use this because our solution is gonna be 3.5% more expensive, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this works
It's
very well, and it's a very professional, and a lot of teachers use it.
right. It's just for teachers that maybe we have teachers that are watching right now that are still with a company and trying to switch to being independent. And this is
Right.
one of the things you have to think about, right? How are you going to
That's
get?
true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah,
could
right.
always get started with this with our invoicing system, and keep using it if you're happy with it. But if you're not happy with it, like there's no obligation for you to use that, of course.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. Well, thank you so much. We learned a lot from you. And I like that you said, if what sets you apart, you said that if you are teaching independently and you want to build your own brand, you have Koala Go that can help you with that. And really, it's about when you're teaching independently, it's about branding yourself because in a way, yourself is your product, and then you have Koala Go, and then English Bright, and it's like, yeah, it's very helpful for independent online ESL teachers. Really, very,
Yeah.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kent, do you have any more questions?
I don't see any right now. Um, I think
But if we
there
have,
is. I'm not seeing it right in front of me.
all right, there's from TikTok. Can Chinese students access this classroom? Yes. I think
Yep.
Xavier answered that. There is a button, right, that you can click.
Exactly. If you click on invite students in the top left, there will be your student invite link will show up. Let me share it again real quick. You're in Koala, you click on invite students in the top left. This you will say share this link with your students. Click on my student is in China, and
Right,
here is the link that you share with them.
right, perfect. Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having me.
you. Yes, thank you so much for joining us here. And yeah, really, we appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Xavier, and thank you for everyone who joined
Enjoy.
us today. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope,
thanks.
yeah, everyone is ready to make their ESL lessons a little more interactive with Koala Go. Yeah, thank you, Xavier.
Thank you, everyone.
Also, yes, thank you, everyone. We also have our little gift for everybody who joined us today. Yeah, let me just get that. I have I need to get my word wall. So I'm gonna show you. We're gonna do the spin the wheel for the winner. So if you're here, say hi. So this is we're gonna give one lucky winner 1 year free subscription, and let's see who that is. Here we go. All right, you see your name? If you see your name, say hi. All right, guys, let's do this. Let me spin it right here. Wait, okay. Okay, Teacher Reese. Teacher Reese. Teacher Reese, are you here? Teacher Reese, we're gonna reach out to you via email, and if you're here, you can say hi. Congratulations, and again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Sure.
From all of us at English Bright, happy teaching, and may your holidays be extra merry and bright. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Bye
everyone. Thank you. Bye.
bye.